Hi everyone, my name is Kara Victorson. I just wanted to share with you my 5-minute makeup routine using some of my Younique products. So I'm going to get started. So I've already moisturized my face. What I'm going to use next is our primer, Glorious Face Primer, Face and Eye Primer. So I love this stuff. You don't need a lot. I'll show you about how much I use for my whole face, including my eyes. It's about that much, pea-sized. And I put it all over my face, and it basically just gives you this great base for your makeup, and so it stays on all day and makes it sweat proof. Actually, I've worked out in my makeup before with that on, and my makeup has been staying in place, and it's kind of just great, and it keeps it on, and it basically gives you just a nice base for your makeup that you're going to put on top of it. Kind of smooths everything over. And so then next what I use is our BB Flawless Cream. So I'm going to use that. I use Bisque, which is one of the lighter colors, but we definitely have several colors. We have one that's even a little bit lighter, and then quite a few that are darker as well. So I put it on my blending bud, which is one of our new products that we're actually going to start selling in March. So let me do that for you here. And I kind of just dab it at first. And then I keep dabbing, just kind of blending everything in, and I'm going to use a mirror quickly because it's just a little bit easier than trying to use the video on the screen. And then I rub it a little just to make sure it gets even and all over. I love my blending bud. Before I would use my hands, and you know, it doesn't always get super even with your hands, and I hated using my brush because I just felt like it left these weird streaks on my face. But I find with the blending buds you kind of get the best of both worlds. You don't get your hands messy, and it kind of goes on smooth and flawless, and it's wonderful. I love these. You can also use them for contouring, but I'm not going to do that in my 5-minute routine because it's not part of it. Okay. So my next step that I usually use is my concealer powder. They come in these great containers here. And so you can see, I'll get you the name here. Okay. And so then I use our awesome powder brush, kind of just dabbing it on and spreading it just all over, kind of even. Don't need a lot of it, just to get rid of a little bit of the shine that can happen. Okay, so powder is on. Next, what I like to do is I like to actually put my blush on next. And so, again, I'm using our Moonstruck Mineral Blush powder. I use the color Sweet. It kind of gives me just enough of that rosy cheek without looking like too much is put on there. So again, let me grab my mirror. Just dusting it on very quickly. And what I like to do as well with this, if I'm having a day or a moment where I'm like, oh, I don't have a lot of color, I put a little bit on my forehead, my nose, and then my chin, and it kind of just gives you a little bit of that color. It's not as much. You can see it's not as much as it's on my cheeks, but it just gives me that great color all over. Okay. So now that my blush is on, okay, put a little bit of my lip gloss on. I know I haven't done my eyes yet. I will. I usually save them for last. My Liquidative lip gloss, and I'm actually going to use my Lovesick color. Okay, it looks like it's very, very red. It's actually not. So I'll show you what that ends up looking like. And what I love about these is they have the mirror right on the side, and I can just use that. It's not sticky on the lips. It kind of helps to moisturize them at the same time. And Lovesick is just kind of this beautiful color. It's not very red. You can see. All right. So now finally I'm going to do my eyes. And of course I'm going to use our 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, where we have our transplanting gel and our fibers. So my transplanting gel, I like to have them both open first. And they both are warmed up a little bit as well. So again, I use my mirror, it's just a little bit easier. So I dust on the transplanting gel, just kind of quickly going on the top and the bottom, trying not to get my hair in it, which does sometimes happen. And then I grab my fibers, put those on pretty much the same way, kind of dabbing it on the end as well. And then what I do is I grab my eyelash brush. So let me grab that quickly. And what I like to do is, oh, where did I put it? There it is behind me. So we have this wonderful brush. It's got these metal ends instead of plastic, which is just phenomenal. And I just like to get rid of some of the clumps. Let me get the right eye up there. You can kind of see there's a few clumps, maybe, okay, on this eye. So I want to get rid of a few of those fiber clumps going on the top and the bottom. And then I go back over it with my transplanting gel. Again, trying not to get my hair. Alright, so I did one eye with my Fiber Lash Mascara, and one eye does not have it, so I'm going to pick up my computer so you can see a little bit better here in the light. There we go, so I have the one eye with it and without. You can see there really is a big difference with this stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now show you the other eye and put them both together on there. So again, my transplanting gel is first. Dusting it on the top and the bottom. Trying not to get my hair in it, trying not to get it on my face. Of course, we all hate when that happens. Of course, though, if you do just get it on your face, the best part that I found is don't actually take it off with anything wet. I actually let it sit on there for a minute and let it dry on my skin, and then I can go through with a Q-tip and just wipe it off dry. It actually works a lot better than wet and spreading it all over the place. So then my fibers, again, kind of dotting them on the ends, but then brushing them up and down a little bit as well. And you might find you like to put yours on a little bit differently, which is perfectly fine. And so again, what I'm going to do is grab my brush and kind of get out some of those clumps that you can see around there. The best part is, too, if this gets in your eye, it's natural. It's just these green tea fibers from green tea leaves, and so it actually doesn't irritate my eyes at all. And I know there's some people out there that wear contacts who have really good luck with this mascara. It doesn't bother their contacts, especially if you kind of focus it on the mid to end of your eyelashes, as I have been. Okay, so then I'm going to go back through with my transplanting gel, which I want to show you. You can see it looks almost just like a regular mascara. And I brushed a little bit more of the fibers off of the ends on these. So what I'm going to do is kind of go back through, because I had a few more clumps on this side. I'm going to kind of go back through and add a few more fibers just to this side to kind of make my eyes even, because they're a little bit uneven. So again, fibers, and I'll show you what those look like as well. You can kind of see there's some hanging off. You can always, if it's too much hanging off, you can rub it on the top of your jar there, or even just pick it off with your fingers. Okay. And the best part of this mascara system is that you can build it to what you want. So during my 5-minute routine, obviously I don't put a lot on. I just do one coat to kind of give me that extra little boost in my lashes. But like on the weekends when I have more time, I tend to do a little bit more to try to make them even longer for that wow factor. And I just love it. It gives me like that extra little confidence. Okay. So let me show you now with both of them. So you can see now they both have it on there. Okay. And that was my 5-minute routine. I don't actually put on any eye pigments because I find that mascara is kind of enough just for that 5 minutes. And it's really simple. And so you can see it's just a really simple basic look. It's very, you know, a little bit of rosy cheeks, little bit of color in there, but nothing major. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.